Working in a construction company as a foreman, I was accustomed to everything, from the cumbersome installation of metal structures to minor cosmetic repairs. Sometimes, after the main work was done, light finishing touches were needed, fixing the plaster, painting the walls. Usually, I hired temporary workers for such tasks, but finding good specialists was becoming increasingly difficult. One day, an acquaintance of mine asked me to hire his wife. Maggie is young, hardworking, and can do a lot, he assured me. Extra income would not hurt her. I agreed and hired her as a painter-plasterer. Maggie turned out to be a 27-year-old woman, cheerful, energetic, and quick to integrate into the team. One summer, our team finished a project ahead of schedule, leaving only the final painting of the walls. I planned to postpone it until Monday, but the client pleaded for it to be done by the weekend, offering a generous bonus. I couldn't refuse. Early Saturday morning, I picked up Maggie, and we headed to the site. The sleepy security guard opened the gate, waved a hand, and disappeared back into his booth. Before starting work, we decided to have some tea. My back had been aching lately, and I needed a moment to relax. "Would you like a massage?" she offered with a playful smile. I looked at her in surprise, but nodded. I sat down, and she placed her hands on my shoulders. Her movements were firm and confident, easing the tension in my muscles. A comfortable silence filled the space between us. "Where did you learn to do that?" I asked, enjoying the relief. She chuckled. "Took some courses a while back. Thought it might come in handy." Her touch lingered a moment longer than necessary, and a slow tension built between us. I cleared my throat, shifting slightly, and she pulled away with a teasing smirk. The day passed in a blur of paint rollers and brushes, the scent of fresh paint filling the air. Maggie worked diligently, humming a tune now and then. By the afternoon, both of us were speckled with paint. When the job was finished, she turned to me, grinning. "You're a mess." "So are you," I said, pointing at the streak of white paint on her cheek. She wiped it with the back of her hand, only smearing it further. We both laughed. She stepped closer, and for a fleeting second, the air between us felt charged. "Maybe you need help cleaning up," she murmured playfully. I hesitated, then brushed a stray lock of hair from her face. My fingers lingered on her cheek. The space between us vanished, and our lips met in a brief but intense kiss. A distant sound snapped us back to reality. Maggie pulled away, biting her lip, and turned back to gather her things. We packed up our tools and headed back. On the drive home, she chatted about movies and weekend plans, as if it had been just another work day. When I dropped her off at her house, her husband was waiting at the door. He smiled warmly and handed me a bottle of whiskey. "Thanks for giving her the job," he said sincerely. I accepted the gift, returning his smile. As Maggie walked inside, she glanced back one last time, a playful glint in her eye. Then she disappeared behind the door, leaving me standing there, holding the bottle and wondering about the fleeting moments that shape our lives. Please subscribe to the channel, like it, and you can also leave your comments. These actions help promote the channel on the YouTube platform and inspire me to release new sweet stories for you, my dear viewers. You can also watch other stories by logging into the channel or following the links.